major project that I've been working on for a long time, but has kind of gotten set aside, is my custom cow cards. And it's something that I want to really get working on this year, so I want to try and get it finished this year, the deck. And this is a yak that was at the Ern Prairie Fair that I got a photo of, and so he's a kind of a special case, just one of the featured bovines that don't belong to my dad's herd. And I have there's a few others I think that belong to my aunt. This card deck will be a custom card for every card. All pip cards and face cards are custom. Every card is going to be a cow or a yak for this guy. And so that's 50 plus cows to draw and paint. This is going to have some extra jokers and stuff, so it's going to be probably about 55 or 56, I think I had figured out total. And I really want to get working on these, because as I complete them, then I also have these paintings which can stand alone as well. So that's something I really want to get working on. So I dug all of this stuff out the other day, and I have different things in different places, and all of it in a safe place, but just not sure exactly where everything was. So I found this, and I found the photos. I knew where the photos were. And then something I need, because I'm working on a custom font, and the font letters and numbers are going to be found in the whorls of the cow's hair, and the patterns of their hair coats. So capitals A through Z, and I had thought about doing lowercase as well, and I did find a few lowercase, but I think maybe I'm just going to stick to the uppercase for the font, and then 0 through 9. And I've already found a lot of them. This was a few years ago, and I had picked this up again, and practicing drawing them, because these aren't forms of letters I'm used to. So I do have a bunch, and I had marked where I had found them, which is a good thing. I would have to go looking again. So I have most of the alphabet, and so I'm just going to get that organized now and listed here as to which cow and I had found the font on, because that's going to become a special feature also for magicians, or just for anybody who's interested in this card deck. I mean, you'd be able to play cards with it if you want to. Magicians say oftentimes that laymen are suspicious of different decks, but I don't know. I think the public might enjoy a different style deck once in a while. So this is for whoever wants it, but also has special features for magicians. And I already know which cow is which out of all of the suits, and I'm going to have a little bit different on the suits. You still have the hearts and the diamonds, the shapes and the spades and the clubs, but I'm going to do it, and I posted a little bit about this at the Magic Cafe in the card section a few years back, which I should reread that post, because I do. But the gist of it was for the suits, and I had contemplated maybe changing the color more to a green for the earthy, but I was just going to do kind of a green, a hint of green on the black, like for the spades. Be like it's going to be like a pointed shovel with a handle, and so there might be like a tinge of green around, like if someone's been digging, or some brown or whatever, but it's mostly black. And then for the clubs, that was going to be a clover, because the cows were always out in the field with the clover, and they love clover. And Michael, my cow who I named after Michael Learned from the Waltons, and everyone always asks me, why'd you give her a boy's name? I didn't give her a boy's name. I named her after Michael Learned, who played Livy on the Waltons, because she was so pretty, and I just couldn't think of a better name, and I was a huge fan of Michael Learned and the Waltons. And clubs, she loved clovers, clover to eat clover. And the backs of the cards, I think it's going to be, I have a photo of down at my dad's, the hawthorn trees, the hawthorn berries, which the cows also love to eat. So I think that's going to be the backs. And the card case box I think is going to have on either side the front end and back end of a big large round bale. I think that's what I'm going to go with. There's a reason for that. And so I've been I just pulled these out. I found these today again, and so I have my list of who's who, and then I have the font started, which I'm going to get listed in one place, and get back to work painting on these, because I have a bunch that I had started. There's 5 or 6 or 7 started that aren't finished. Here, this is Sadie, and she's partially done. Ginny I have done in pencil. She's complete, but she's going to be painted. So what we did, my sister printed off some copies at the library so that I can paint those without ruining the original, because the original was sketched not on watercolor paper. And this also isn't watercolor paper, though I started to paint it, and I think it's going to be okay. And I tend to paint a little on the bigger side, but I'm going to see if I can possibly, in order to get these done more quickly, go to a smaller size. The problem then is it's difficult to get detail, so I'm just going to see how that goes. But I do have a bunch that I've already started that are in the sketching state. Here's Burl. And there's some of this on the last update I posted for these. So I really want to get these guys painted and done. It's a big project. I've had it in the works for a long time, and I really want to focus on that quite intensively. And the rest of things on my channel that I have said that I'm going to be working on are still in the works. But this is a big one that I want to get done. So I've got my paints, and I've got some just acrylic small bottles of black and white, which is a big deal. You need to have your black and white because usually that's the first thing you run out of. And I don't know that there's any blacks and whites left in my watercolor pencils. But I also picked up these a couple years ago, a year or so ago. Winsor Newton watercolors, which has 2 whites, and I think it has a few different blacks, but still, they're not huge. So I have the black and the white tubes, bottles, and you can always get those in the dollar store. So all set to go. I've got a bunch of different sketchbooks and stuff with various started. Got my paintbrush, some paintbrushes here. I know there's a few more elsewhere. But here's Sassy. Started a while back, just in pencil. And these are on the other, the last update I posted as well. So, and I mean, and this is just sketch paper. So, you know, you're going to have to go lightly with the paints on them. Or, again, get Tracy to print from how to take a photo or scan, but I don't have the scanner up and running right yet, so it'll probably be just a photo with my camera, and phone camera, and get her to print it onto some stock hardier paper. Or we just did get a light box, so I have a light box now, and that's for another purpose, which I think I'm going to do another video on, so I'm not going to say. Yeah, but that also would allow the possibility of tracing from an original drawing, just to get the gist. And I mean, to do all this in full detail in a sketch in pencil, and then to have to redo with paint is a bit of a. It'd be a bit of a. I mean, you know, it's extra work, but it could be done, and it doesn't hurt because then you've started with this, and so you kind of it informs what you need to do to complete the painting. So these guys, this is in the works, and just wanted to give a little update on this. So that's a big one that I really want to get working on intensively, and want to get this one, this yak, finished as soon as possible, because he's almost done. And I've been over and over him and making adjustments and refining spacing, because I started the sketch was a little bit not quite, these like the feet were not quite exactly where they needed to be, and all that hair, and so I think I've got things kind of refined down into where they need to be, and so I'm just going to finish them, and then he'll be done, and get moving on to the others that I've already started and are partially are partially completed and then get that bunch done, because if I get that many done, I've almost got like a quarter of the deck done. Anyway, that's where that's at, and I am going to be doing some other little update on the Elvis project as well, I think. Yeah, it's still in the works, and so thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoy this content, please do like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your support. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.